Hello.
Hello.
Good
Good
afternoon,
morning.
everyone.
Yeah, good morning, afternoon. Sorry, Eric. We're just popping in to give you guys an update on what happened with Karen Read this morning.
Yeah, just in case people didn't spend 6 hours watching lawyers break down a very hefty decision by the judges this morning.
Yeah, very hefty. You woke me up to tell me how hefty it was. I'm surprised and saddened. Like, what is
Yeah,
going on with the court system?
I know. We just talked about this too. We just talked about like how um, Auntie Bev didn't follow up with those jurors and how it was like so unfortunate. But turns out that the higher courts agreed. So let's go ahead and maybe roll our little clip and then we'll react.
Yeah, let's find the screens.
I think we surprised all our friends that we're here because I don't think people know we're live, but that's okay. They can catch us later.
Yep.
They're not used to us being up this early.
Yeah, that's right. They're probably wondering when we sleep.
We sleep, we swear we sleep.
Surprise. We're
I
up.
think we all
And
slept last night.
we did.
Totally. Ish.
All right.
All right, here we go.
Check it out.
Well, we have some breaking news right now in the Karen Read case. Today, the Supreme Judicial Court of Massachusetts published its opinion on Karen Read's fight to drop 2 of the 3 criminal charges against her in the death of her boyfriend, Boston police officer John O'Keefe. And the Supreme Judicial Court of Massachusetts has denied that request. To drop 2 of the charges. Of course, her team wanted those charges dropped because they said that the jury was unanimous on 2 of those charges, and they wanted her acquitted on the 2. Late last year, Read's legal team requested that they dismiss her of that second murder charge and leaving the scene of a deadly crash for double jeopardy reasons. That was the reason for this request. Her first murder trial ended last July in a mistrial, and Read's attorneys argue that their client's double jeopardy protections were violated because of the jurors who came forward after the mistrial and indicated that Read was found not guilty on 2 of those charges. Read's second criminal trial is scheduled to start this spring. That is April 1st. 2025 in Norfolk Superior Court in Dedham. So again, the breaking news here on the Karen Read case, the Supreme Judicial Court of Massachusetts denying Read's attorney's request to drop 2 of those charges of second-degree murder and leaving the scene of personal injury and death. We will have more on this breaking news throughout the day here on the stream.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's a big one. That's a big decision. That could have been a huge decision. Hey, Nanya. That would have been a huge decision if they would have gone the other way, but maybe they just didn't want to go out on a limb, or maybe Auntie Bev swayed them. What do you guys think?
Well, Auntie Bev. I lean towards Auntie Bev, but what do you think, Eric?
Yeah, I think Annie Bev, because she was pretty adamant at the trial about that, and like how the juror sheet was clear, which it really wasn't. So I think it was her persuasion. She didn't want to be upstaged.
Yeah, I mean, she definitely had her opinion. I think it takes a lot for a higher court to overturn one judge's opinion. There would have to be, and it's apparently it's like a very gray area to go back and question jurors. Like you can only question them on outside influences. And what they were kind of going back on is saying that they didn't understand the jury sheet. And the problem with that is that they all had actually agreed on the jury form. Like they did raise that question. Like if we all remember, like Alan Jackson was like so like he was so perturbed the fact that there was no area to put not guilty for the murder charge.
Yeah, it didn't make any sense.
Yeah, but they did argue it, and then Auntie Bev did rule. I keep calling her Auntie Bev, Judge Bev, or whatever.
Yeah, we should stop doing that. Whatever.
So rude, so rude. But can't get out of the habit. I'm such a Karen Read person. She did say that this is how it's done in Boston, and there was a ruling. So in order for them to, rule that way, they basically have to say that the jury form was like invalid or not done correctly. So maybe they just wanted to uphold the current judge's opinion. I don't know. That's how I take it, at least.
It could be out of respect for the judge. I can understand that.
Yeah.
Though.
And the defense was double jeopardy, right? That's what they were trying to get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's what it looks like. That's what it looks like to everybody. Yeah. That's what it would look like to the layman to look at it. They wouldn't see it. I think it looks like double jeopardy. I don't think it's fair, but I'm not, it's part of the court system. She has to finish. They have to finish of everything, but it still looks ridiculous.
Imagine being her, though. Like, I mean, imagine being her. All these jurors come out and like literally say that they acquitted you on the main charge, and then you're still being charged with that charge. Like, it is such a crazy case. Like, this case is like no other. Honestly, like,
no, you're right.
The jurors really went out on a limb to like reach out to Yannetti and to Alan Jackson to let them know that they had acquitted her unanimously, and still she's being tried for a second time. Like, this woman is going through hell.
I know. Yeah. She's like,
look at the smile on her face. I love this photo of her.
She looks beautiful there. Yeah,
she's gorgeous. She's nice. She's funny. Anytime anybody's talked about her, they've only had good things to say about her as a person.
She's confident. She's definitely.
Yeah. And the only people who had bad things to say are Proctor and those guys when they had jerk things to say in text messages.
She's a very successful woman,
Yeah. Look at her. Well, she's put together. Yeah. She's got her stuff together. Like, I think it's, I think she's unfortunately the perfect person to deal with this.
I know. What a crazy thing. And then we've got more breaking news about this case. I don't know if you want to pull it up if it's legible, but this is a motion. Yeah, awesome. This is a motion that Mark Bederow, who's been all over YouTube, all over the Young Jerks, all over attorney Melanie Little's channel. He's always been doing commentary, and he's also working with Turtle Boy. He's going to be joining the Dream Team. He's going to be joining her defense team.
That's so awesome. That's so good for her. She's going to have the best attorneys.
He's so invested too. Like, he's so personally into this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he is.
So good before. I was sad that he wasn't there, but he's back.
The whole time I was thinking, why is this guy not joining the team? And then I guess he thought to himself, if this is going back to trial, I'm jumping in. Like, maybe he just loves law, and he's just like thinking that this would be such a blast.
He needed to be part of it. He's like, I think it's funny though. He's the best. He's the best person to go. I mean, she's already got really good attorneys, right? We already like her attorneys anyway, and she added a new attorney.
Yeah, she's got a new attorney. She's got a Supreme Court attorney, and now she's got Bederow. And I wonder if he's doing it basically for free.
Probably pro bono, because he's getting his name on there. Because this case is huge. This is ridiculous. It's showing a real malfunction in the system there, right? We're seeing
passionate about
law enforcement issues. We're seeing a lot of things broken down that are not normally seen in the public, and it's almost I think they should be embarrassed of themselves, I guess is what I want to say. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of weird to be at this point in court and and not really have any evidence this woman did anything wrong.
Yeah. Nanya, are you still with us? Are you following this case at all?
And she said can't stay. She was just grabbing lunch.
Oh, okay.
Thank you for stopping by. We appreciate that.
It's fun to see people in the chat, and people that we know.
I think we popped in at a funny time during the day. Sorry that we're normally on at 1:00 in the morning, guys. Everybody's time, but this is us this afternoon because this was important.
I know. Ducky's gonna be pissed.
I know.
But in any case, I think that this is a great silver lining. Like, it was kind of bad news today, but I feel like they braced for it. Apparently, they're going to take it up a notch and probably take it to higher court. That was a speculation that Melanie Little had. And Mark Bederow kind of dropped this news at the same time. So it's like kind of a bittersweet day, but it's definitely a big update. We wanted to pop on to like give you guys that update in case you didn't want to watch hours and hours and hours of YouTube.
Yeah, because I see that other people are doing updates today. You can find Emily and other people Emily D. Baker, her channel, and Law and Crime will probably have something. Other channels are going to have stuff this afternoon, but
yeah, this will be a short video, a 20-minute video that you guys can just click onto and just find out what happened.
Yeah, because that is what happened, and that's wild. What else did you see when you were watching this morning, Ashley? What else was in there?
It was a lot of well, here's the decision. I can give it to you if you want to check it out.
Yes, please.
I'll just throw it into Discord, and if you want to throw it up here, this might be for real nerds want to see how it's worded. But this is like how this was worded, and they put a lot of thought into it. I mean, it definitely seems like it's gone through the proper channels. My overall take is just that, like, it's such a high standard to throw out those 2 charges. And apparently, according to Emily, you can't pull jurors on certain things unless it's outside influences, like in the Murdoch trial, like that Becky lady who's in so much trouble. But in this case, because it was within the jury's like they did their job and they didn't raise questions at the time of them like they didn't ask the judge for instructions. They didn't say that they were confused, so it's probably a higher standard.
So my understanding is you'd have to subpoena the jurors, right, if you wanted to do this?
Okay, that's interesting.
Is that what I'm saying? Is that how they would have had to do this if, like, they allowed it?
I think they'd have to poll the jury. I don't know if they subpoena them because they wouldn't be testifying. So they would just she would meet with them in their chambers and poll them. And then she could have ruled that they all pulled the same and that they were going to throw out the other charge. I just feel like because this case is so high profile, it's kind of like with the Idaho case about throwing out the DNA. Like no judge wants to be the one that does like something major. So they kind of toe the line and just do because one judge has already ruled on it, the other judge to overturn it, it would have to be, to overturn one judge's decision is always a higher standard, especially in a murder trial.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I was just wondering. I wasn't sure how they would have done something about it, but that makes a lot of sense.
I can't pull up the document. I'll put it in our community page, but I can read it.
Yeah, read it to us. We like to hear you talk.
At least someone does good stuff. It says this petition thus raises the question: can post-trial accounts of jurors' private deliberations that are inconsistent with their public communications in court render the declaration of a mistrial improper or constitute an acquittal where the jury did not announce or record a verdict in open court? We conclude that they cannot. The jury clearly stated during deliberations that they had reached a unanimous verdict on any of the charges and could not do so. That they had not reached a unanimous verdict, Only after being discharged did some individuals' jurors communicate a different opposed outcome, contradicting their prior notes. Such post-trial disclosures cannot retroactively alter the trial's outcome, either to acquit or to convict. Accordingly, we affirm the trial judge's denial of the motion to dismiss and the defendant's request for a post-trial juror inquiry.
Right. So that's the main thing is what they're saying is they didn't say this at the time. They were already dismissed, and it wasn't every single one of them that reached out. It was 10 out of the 12 that reached out, which is kind of a high standard in my opinion, but
yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a huge high standard, right? If we're talking about 3 people and 2 people say yes, you know what I mean? That's the standard. Yeah. That's the court standard. That's how many people are on the jury. That's the point.
Yeah.
It's so weird. It's so strange to me. It's strange to me, but you see that it wasn't done in court. These people didn't say it in court. They didn't say this is how it should be at the end of court because they didn't understand the instructions.
Yeah.
Is that the only reason that we're given?
Well, remember the jury form? There was no area put not guilty for the murder charge. They were just supposed to leave it blank. If they had wanted to acquit on the murder charge, they just weren't supposed to put anything.
Right.
And And that was the confusing thing, according to everybody. And the problem with them being confused is that they didn't inquire to the judge. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like when they polled the jury, that should have been come out at that time, I guess. I mean, again, like I just read, they didn't.
yeah, I mean, like they should have sent Bev a form, Auntie Bev, a form, Judge Bev, whatever, Judge Canoni, a form or a question via the foreman saying that they were confused by the form. But that foreman, apparently, if you watch Turtle Boy, which I do, the
Great.
foreman, according to another juror, was saying, no, guys, like I understand it. We're not doing that. Like a lot of them were confused and wanted to reach out and ask questions. But the foreman it all had to go through the foreman and he didn't want to do that.
Yeah. It's kind of sad, right? Like, isn't that your job?
Yeah.
That's your job. You have one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I'm blown away. I'm saddened that she's going back to court. We watched it. If anybody watched that trial, any of the trial, any of the little tidbits that got out on the news of watching the police officers clearly, and I love police officers. Don't get me wrong. We all are pro police around here, but this is
Yeah.
sad. It's embarrassing.
This particular trial has a lot of things wrong with it. And like, I mean, I think that's partially why it's so fascinating, is just watching, like putting yourself in Karen's shoes and just imagining like being on trial for a second time and knowing that like 10 out of the 12 jurors had come forward on their own to your team and said like we acquitted on that charge. Also knowing that the FBI is doing an investigation in the background. Also knowing that the main investigator on your case is suspended for this case. Like just so many things are happening and like still being on trial. Like it's crazy.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I can't even imagine. I forgot that we had a Mark Bederow photo here. Here we go. This guy.
This fella. He's one of my boyfriends. I love him. He's one of my boyfriends. Surprise.
Yes.
Oh,
Good
yay,
choice.
Happy Faces is here. Hi,
Yeah,
Happy.
Happy Faces join us too. Thank you, Happy Faces. We're glad you're here with us.
Well, this is just like a quick recap. I think we'll probably watch this because there'll be more.
Yeah.
But like, it's really good that Bederow's joining the team. I'm so encouraged. And I'm excited to see him in court. I've never seen him actually like in court.
Me neither. This is going to be really interesting, right? I mean, he's clearly the best person for this, but it's going to be really interesting to actually see him speaking and stuff. I love all the different accents everybody has in Boston in the courts.
I think there's still another big date for this too, right?
Yeah, March. What that was the last one we saw, right? Or before that?
Motion to dismiss is coming
up. Yeah, the 21st or something like that. Or
February 21st?
Yeah, and I think the decision will be made on March 4th after that.
Okay. So we have a hearing on the 21st?
Yeah, and Alan Jackson says it's a very vigorous motion to dismiss. I hope Bederow can join by then. The thing that you put up on the screen, it was an application for him. Yeah, because he has to go through Yannetti, who is legally allowed to practice in Boston.
So okay. That's why. Okay, that makes more sense. Okay, that's
yeah.
I was like, was me there? No, he wasn't there before. It was that he was okay.
Yeah. So Yannetti has to basically almost vouch for him that he's a lawyer, even though he is a lawyer. But because he's a Boston lawyer, he has to say, yeah, we want him to practice in Boston. And then he throws his credentials in there, and then the judge agrees. Which I mean. She won't not agree.
Well, yeah, I hope so. Well, we don't know. Never know. I don't know.
Never know what Bev.
Yeah, I know.
Right. That's right.
It's hard to watch because you're like, I know all these things. I know all these things, and the jury may not know them, but I know all these other things that are so consequential, so important.
So many things. Yeah. It's going to be a wild trial. I'm so looking forward to it, especially with all the characters and personalities. I wonder if the prosecution's going to add anybody else now that the defense has. I doubt it, because they are the state, and they did already add this one trial lawyer who's actually a defense lawyer, which is hilarious. But yeah, should be interesting. Should be a big clash.
Yeah. I'm ready. I'm excited to watch it though. This will be fun. This will be a fun case to watch.
Yeah. I'm sad for her, but I'm excited for us.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
sorry.
And excited for folks that want to watch it with us. So I don't know if we probably won't stream while it's going on, but we'll definitely catch up and talk about it right after it happens, because we'll be paying attention the whole time. But I bet we'll probably be watching from Emily.
Boston trials are good.
Or Melanie.
We can do like little recap days or whatever, right? For people watch all day trial, which is like the majority of human beings.
Yeah. If you can't sit and watch trial all day afternoon long, we will try to bring you updates every day afterwards.
Right. Cool. Well, that's all we got, I think, unless we want to carry on. I think we'll keep it short today.
I think that we don't have anything else to update at the moment, but if we do, we can come back. We can get back to you guys if we have any other updates today.
That's right. You never know when we're going to go live. Hit the notifications, because we popped on today just on a whim. And if you don't want to miss us, and if you want to be a chatter, hit the bell.
Yeah, subscribe so that you can share.
Yeah, leave us a comment.
Yeah, get in here and talk with us about this stuff, because it's interesting and we like your opinions.
Definitely. Everybody's welcome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, thank you, Eric and Ashley, and anybody who joined us today.
Thank you, everyone. Happy. Nanya.
We will chat with you guys later.
Yeah. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.